baggage whatsoever. It definitely is Tony Dungy. Now, Jim Caldwell is the new guy that is the new head coach for the Indianapolis Colts, and why I'm bringing this up, I'm seeing this in the chat room. Of course, our resident Colt fan, Elwood, saying, good, take Dungy back, we don't need him. Really? Tony Dungy, the guy who won a Super Bowl for the Indianapolis Colts, a guy who has done so much in the NFL and is an ambassador when it comes to the coaches and everything. A guy like that, and you're saying take him back, you don't want him, that now there is a Super Bowl chance with the new coach, Jim Caldwell. Elwood, as much as we love you, man, and any other Indianapolis Colt who would think that is incredibly delusional. We don't know anything yet about Jim Caldwell, other than the fact he was the guy in waiting, the coach in waiting for the past few years when Dungy decided to hang it up. That's the only thing we know right now. So don't jump into any conclusions of, well, Caldwell is going to be the guy that takes this team to Super Bowl. Don't make that conclusion. And for the fact that you would go and say, I know he's typing stuff about me in the Ustream chat room. I'm not reading it.
He just put, I do too. That's
but the thing is, don't say things about a guy like Tony Dungy, like take him back, we don't need him, that now this team is going to go forward. You don't know that, and especially with the career that Tony Dungy has had as both a player and a head coach, and what he's done, I think that's a lack of respect when things are being said like that about Tony Dungy. I really do. It's like, really, he brought all the success for the Colts, and he got him a Super Bowl. So ease up on that, cowboy a little bit. I mean, he's done very well, has had a very good career as an NFL head coach.
Yeah, I mean, this no question is a man who put a stamp on a franchise. I mean, this wasn't just a head coach walking away. This is the man who took the laughable Indianapolis Colts and turned them into perennial Super Bowl contenders. So this was no ordinary coach walking away. This is almost like Steve Walsh walking away from the 49ers. It's not Steve, is it? Yeah, Steve Walsh, right? The former 49ers coach?
Bill Walsh.
Yeah, sorry.
Steve Young was the former head.
Bill Walsh. This is like Bill
Mm-hmm.
Walsh walking away from. I should know that they got like a field name after him or something. But yeah, so this was a man who put a footprint on a franchise, and this successor, if he was somebody that was handpicked by Dungy and the rest of the people at the Colts, well, then I'm sure he has to be pretty good. I don't doubt that for 1 second, but you have some awfully big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
You do have Peyton Manning, who you will have next year. Marvin Harrison probably will be gone, but you're not being left. This is not a scenario where everybody from the Colts retired all at once. So, but yes, I mean, Dungy should unquestionably have his moment in the sun, and you would think, that. Yes, all things need to move on and move forward, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, Ryan, in the way that they should be a little more resolute to Tony Dungy right now.
Yeah, they definitely should. I mean, the guy was an ambassador, and he's done so much, not just on the field as a coach, but also off the field as well. Was able to show how to actually, create and keep relationships, friendships, and everything. You ask anybody in that league about Tony Dungy, what's the first thing they're going to say? An incredible guy, a guy who is definitely into his faith and knows what he wants to do in his life as well. Now, you can't really say that about many people, especially today. And yes, I know the Colts have had a playoff history of one and dones at times, just like this year when they faced San Diego. I know there's been one and dones when it came to the Colts, but you know what? How many other coaches can say that they held the Lombardi trophy? Once you do it, you do it. I mean, Bill Cowher was a guy that was known as that as well, but you don't hear many people bagging on Bill Cowher. And so just ease up on the whole, well, this is going to be better talk when you actually see the product on the field. That's basically what I'm saying about it.
Elwood wants to know if you read his book.
I don't need to.
Was there something in the book, Elwood, that, we're missing here?
Yeah, Dungy's basically wore everything that he's had on a sleeve. Why do I need to read the book?
Well, wait a second, though.
And of course, if you're wondering what we're talking about the Ustream chat room. If you're able to watch us live via the Ustream, you have the ability to chime in via the chat room.
And for me, he doesn't want to talk about this anymore. That's great. Well, we're going to continue to talk about it.
It's a big story. It's a big deal.
This one, I'm all for laughs and giggles here. But Elwood has actually said in the chat room, speaking of Dungy, maybe if he didn't read so many books to sick children, maybe we would have won more Super Bowls.
Oh, and that's a fan for you. and that's a fan for you. You know, okay.
I love you to death, Elvis.
Excuse a guy for having a little more in his life than just football. You know. After all, what have we said before? Fan is
damn sick kids.
Yeah.
Costing me some Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly. What have we said before about fans? Fan is short for
fanatic.
Fanatic. Yeah, so, but we'll talk more about some of the coaches. And this game looks as though it's about ready to wrap up. Arizona leading Philadelphia right now, 32-25, trying to punch their ticket to get into the big sombrero to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. We'll talk about this game, and we'll talk about the Arizona Cardinals and what their future lies, and also Philadelphia, what their future may entail as well. And we'll get back onto some of the coaching hires as well. A lot of coaching changes so far, and this season isn't even done. Plenty more to get to when we get back. Hang tight. This is the Sports Buzz, broadcast live via the Ustream, part of the SoMaCal Media Network.